ESG isn't doing too hot. It's almost as if, banks want to make money. JP Morgan, State Street, and even BlackRock abandon ESG group Climate Action 100 plus. I think even they're running out of money at this point. Climate action is imploding. Good. So JP Morgan, State Street, and BlackRock dropped out of Climate Action 100 plus, the controversial ESG group that pushes companies to address climate change. Only in a specific way, though. All right, Leslie has covered ESG bank situation many times, especially concerning BlackRock. That company is the last of the top 5 managers in the group. The Financial Times said climate action challenges these companies to reduce their carbon footprint. I call it bullying. It's not all bullying. A big part of it is a scam. So companies that like built infrastructure for carbon credit trading, for example, they're pushing for this to happen so they could profit off of it. SSGA said climate action's latest corporate engagement requirements has gone too far. So these phase 2 requirements announced last year shifted from pressuring companies on climate disclosures to pushing them to actively reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Oh, okay. You see, this is how serious these corpos always were about climate change right there. So phase 2 shifts from only telling us to talk about climate change to actually doing something. That is completely unreasonable. This has gone too far, expecting us to actually do something and not just virtue signal. How dare you? I find it hard to have sympathy for them, to be honest. So SSG has concluded that the enhanced climate action 100 plus phase 2 requirements for the signatories are not consistent with our independent approach to proxy voting and portfolio company engagement, SSGA said in a statement. Like, yeah, we can virtue signal all day, but when you expect us to actually do something, that might damage our shareholder value. So, yeah, you're on your own. Sorry, we're no longer interested. The environment doesn't matter to us anymore. We're still going to virtue signal about how much we care, but expecting us to actually do something? Nah, we don't care enough to do anything. No, we're just leave us alone with that shit. Get back to us when you need some more virtue signaling. We'll do that all day. Yeah, phase 1 is bend over. Phase 2 is take it up the ass. Yeah. So we're already past the bend over phase. Now you got to take it up the ass. Like, wait, this is a lot harder than just bending over. I didn't agree to this. I only agreed to bend over. I didn't agree to what happens next. JP Morgan said they made a significant investment in its own stewardship team and corporate engagement. Given these their strengths and the evolution of its own stewardship capabilities, JP Morgan has determined it will no longer participate in climate action 100 plus engagements. Oh, right. So we decided we're no longer going to contract out this work. We're just going to do it internally, where no external organization can hold us accountable to our virtue signaling. But just trust us, bruh. We're doing it ourselves. Republicans have been putting pressure on the companies in Climate Action 100 Plus to produce communications and documents to determine any violations of antitrust laws. Oh, now do you see the real reason? Do you see what this is really all about? Ah, shit, we're being held accountable for what we said. All right, we can't do this anymore. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan subpoenaed Ceres after the company only handed over 299 documents. You guys are really pushing it, aren't you? But it also goes to the state level. So Texas is the leading U.S. oil-producing state, has declared Climate Action 100 Plus to be anti-oil and blocked financial companies, including BlackRock, from doing business with the government. Oklahoma, another oil producer, banned JP Morgan, BlackRock, and others from doing business with the state in current year -1. Now, imagine if they did this earlier. Imagine if they did this, like if they fought back the moment the far left started, getting involved, like getting the government involved in this. Imagine if they fought back then, and if the right then just went, okay. If all these far left states are going to mandate ESG or you can't do business with them, then we're going to mandate you don't use ESG or you can't do business with us. Two can play this game. They should have done that sooner. The morons. Agricultural officials from 12 states launched probes into ESG investing practices at some big banks. The officials worry that the involvement could impact food availability, lead to price increases, limit credit access to farmers, and have broad negative economic consequences. That's the plan. They're trying to starve us so they could collapse the existing system and replace it with their own. That's always been the plan. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti sued BlackRock, alleging the firm harmed consumers through ESG, which it does. So thank you for taking up that fight. We allege that BlackRock's inconsistent statements about its investment strategies deprive consumers of the ability to make an informed choice, explained Skrmetti. Leslie also blogged how Europe has cooled its attitude towards ESG strategies due to energy reality. Once reality is vastly different from your fantasy land, all of a sudden things change, don't they? Like, man, things were going so well while we could still play make-believe, but not anymore.